I swear, the moment Karen marched across my snow-covered lawn, robe flapping, slippers sinking into the ice, fury glowing brighter than my Christmas lights, I knew this holiday season was about to turn into an absolute war. And trust me, I wasn't the one who started it, but I was the one who was going to finish it. It all began 2 weeks before Christmas, when our quiet little street was starting to glow with decorations. You know the vibe: plastic snowmen, inflatable Santas wobbling in the wind, warm yellow lights lining the roofs. Everyone kept things pretty subtle. Everyone, except me. See, Christmas is the one time of year when I go all in. I'm talking synchronized lights, dancing candy canes, LED snowflakes, and a 12-foot digital Christmas tree that can play animations. I've spent years upgrading my setup. It's my pride, my tradition, my joy. But there's one person who sees it differently: Karen, my next-door neighbor, HOA's self-appointed brightness inspector, and the unofficial CEO of Ruining Fun. She hates anything that brings joy, laughter, or color to the neighborhood. She once complained that a neighbor's wreath was too circular. Yes, circular. So when she saw my light display lighting up the night like a festive intergalactic landing zone, she didn't knock, she stormed. She didn't ask, she demanded. She didn't speak, she screeched. Your lights are too bright. Turn them off. They're keeping my cat awake. Her cat. The one she claims can sense electricity. I tried to be calm. I explained that the lights were on a timer. I told her they met HOA rules. I even showed her the certification. But Karen wasn't there for logic. She was there to ruin Christmas. She threatened to file a complaint. She said she would call the HOA. She even claimed she had light-related migraines triggered by blinking red. That's when I realized something very important: nothing I said would make her happy. So if I was going to suffer through her complaining, I might as well make it worth it. That night, as I sat in my garage staring at my boxes of decorations, a wild idea sparked. A brilliant idea. A petty idea. What if I didn't dim the lights? What if I didn't turn them off? What if I made them brighter? Not just brighter, synced to a rock show with real beats, real bass, real flashing choreography. If Karen thought my lights were bright now, she had no idea what was coming. Once the idea hit me, it refused to leave. It didn't just sit in my mind. It blasted electric guitar riffs, pounded drum beats, and practically screamed, "Do it!" I spent the rest of the night pacing my garage, hands on my hips, staring at boxes stacked like colorful bricks of chaos. LED strips, mini strobes, pixel nodes, controllers, wires. Everything I needed for the ultimate festive rebellion was right there. Outside to do a final test. A gentle breeze rolled across the snow. Lights from other houses glowed softly. Nothing too bright, nothing too wild. It was all calm. Ordinary. Predictable. Not for long. I hit the remote. Suddenly my entire house lit up like a stadium. Thousands of LEDs blasted to life. The rock song thundered out, just loud enough to carry, but not enough to break any HOA rules. My lights pulsed in perfect rhythm. A rainbow wave swept across the roof. The digital tree blasted a spiral of colors. The ground lights shot upward like fireworks frozen mid-burst. It was magical. Electric. Ridiculous. A beautiful, defiant symphony of holiday chaos. And then, the front door next door slammed open. Karen stepped out, hair frizzed, robe flapping, jaw dropping as the lights reflected off her glasses like she was staring into a supernova. I smiled. The show had officially begun. I plugged in my laptop, opened my LightSync software, and dragged in the song that would define this moment. A loud, dramatic, unapologetic rock anthem. One of those tracks that makes your soul vibrate even at half volume. The moment the waveform loaded, the garage lights seemed to dim in respect. I click play. Boom, kick drum. Boom, snare, guitar swell, a bass drop that felt like someone punched the earth. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. For the next 4 hours, I mapped out every beat to every light. When the guitar riff soared, my digital tree would spiral upward like a tornado of sparkles. When the drums punched, my candy canes would flash red and white like police lights. When the singer screamed the chorus, my entire house would erupt into a synchronized explosion of color. Reds, greens, blues, whites, everything dancing in perfect sync. By sunrise, my garage looked like Santa's electronic workshop. Extension cords everywhere. Controllers blinking. Tools scattered. Coffee cup empty. But the program? Oh, it was beautiful. A Christmas rock masterpiece designed to be seen from space. And Karen was going to lose her mind. That evening, as the sun dipped and the neighborhood settled into its peaceful winter quiet, I stepped. Karen didn't just step onto her porch. She launched onto it like an angry holiday gargoyle awakened from a centuries-long nap. Her hands flew to her hips, her mouth dropped open, and the lights blasting across my house reflected so intensely in her glasses that she looked like she had two miniature supernovas for eyes. The chorus hit, my lights exploded in coordinated fury, Karen screamed, a sound that somehow harmonized perfectly with the electric guitar. She stomped down her steps, every footfall sending small puffs of snow into the air. Turn. IT. OFF. She shrieked, as if sheer volume could override a rock anthem backed by 25,000 LEDs. I calmly stood at the edge of my driveway, hands in my pockets, pretending to be surprised. Oh hey, Karen. Enjoying the show. Her jaw clenched so tight I thought she might turn into a nutcracker. This is illegal. This is harassment. This is a rave. I nodded thoughtfully. Well, it is synchronized lighting, so it's technically a performance. She pointed at my house with both hands like a malfunctioning scarecrow. You're disturbing the peace. You're violating the HOA's luminosity guidelines. I had expected that one. I'd even printed out the rulebook. I pulled the neatly folded document from my jacket and handed it to her, flipping to the highlighted section. Maximum allowed brightness per household. I'm under it. Maximum allowed operational hours. I'm in them. Maximum allowed noise level. I paused as the guitar shredded through the air. Actually, this is still below the limit. Her expression melted into disbelief. No, that can't be right. She snatched the paper, scanning it like she expected it to suddenly change and reveal a hidden no fun ever clause. The lights hit a crescendo. My digital tree split into two swirling vortexes of red and green while pixel snowflakes cascaded across the roof like a Christmas meteor shower. Neighbors began emerging from their homes, drawn by the spectacle. Not to complain, but to watch. Kids cheered, adults recorded on their phones. Someone shouted, "Dude, this is awesome." Karen whipped around. Why are you all encouraging this? One neighbor shrugged. It's Christmas, Karen. Let the man have some fun. Another added, laughing. Honestly, your ranting is louder than the music. Karen spun back toward me, red-faced and sputtering. I am going to the HOA right now. They will end this insane circus. I gave her a friendly wave. Great. Tell them the second show starts tomorrow. Bigger. Brighter. She gasped so loudly it nearly synced with the bass line. She stomped back to her house, muttering threats, slipping once on the ice, and slamming her door so hard it shook snow from her gutters. Little did she know, I wasn't even done yet. Enjoying these wild HOA and Karen revenge stories? Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chaotic chapter. And if this one made you laugh, tap the like button and tell me in the comments, what would you have done in this situation?